a Disney princess person. I'm a Don Bluth person. So I applied to work at this place that I liked. And they asked me to, which is the only reason that I did it at all. It really wasn't in my vein. It really wasn't in sort of my field, but it was a place that I liked, a company that I was interested in. I liked their direction. I liked their kind of business model and the way that they went about things. And again, if I hadn't been asked to interview by their staff, I probably wouldn't. But I did. And I mean, it's fine. I don't really get nervous energy when interviewing because I realize that it's a two-way street. I don't need to be hired so badly that I need them to just, please give me this job no matter what. It's, do I want to work for them? Do I even like you? Will I even be happy here? And these are the questions that I ask myself during an interview and that you should ask during an interview because, I mean, forbid you be hired and then you hate it. So I go in and it's fine. I'd already met him before at the place and we just had a kind of an open conversation. I know what questions to ask for interviews at this point. I talked about the company. I brought up their work ethics and their history and their sort of angle as to how they go about things. And I could tell he was really impressed by that. A lot of people just come in and they're like, here's my resume, my work experience. Blah. And I came in and I asked some hard-hitting questions. And clearly I knew pardon my posture, I knew what they were looking for because they asked me to interview, and it was just kind of spitballing with somebody about a topic that I knew with a company that I understood, my son. Hey, son. And I thought it was going fine. I got all kinds of cool vibes. It was going all right. And then we kind of we're closing it out, we're laughing, and he asked me, so, this is just a thing that we ask, all our employees, just, feel free, whatever your answer is. If you were a Disney character, what Disney character would you be? And I'm like, oh, Scar, of course. And his face just falls. I gave the answer that was honest. Scar. And he goes, what? Nobody's ever answered that. Why would you say that? Well, because Scar succeeded. He didn't want something grand and halfway get there and get, foiled at the last second by those meddling kids. I picked a character that actually had a goal and succeeded in it. And I could tell the guy was just horrified, terrified by this answer. I was ushered out, and I knew before the sun hit my face that I had blown it by giving the honest answer to a truly idiotic question. Don't ask a question that you're not prepared for an answer. And if it wasn't what Disney princess would you be? That wasn't the question. The question was, what Disney character would you be? And I would, yes, 1000% be a villain because I'm not vapid and foolish. I plan and I'm methodical. Do you not want a methodical planner as an employee? Maybe I'm just rubbed the wrong way because I've known a lot of people who are like, oh my gosh, I'm totally Ariel. I'm totally Belle. I just love to read and I don't know. I just I just feel such an outcast. You're not an outcast. You're a basic white bitch. You're just a basic bitch. And as someone who is decidedly not basic and who just goes about their life in sort of a very atypical way, yes. You asked me to interview because I'm clearly not vapid and foolish. I clearly have a few things up my sleeve. I'm charismatic and conniving, and you knew this before I was asked to go through this process. So I don't know. It wasn't a question of like, well, what would you do in this scenario that pertained to the job? It was sort of a character assessment. Like, for fuck's sake, I didn't say LeFou. I don't know. I am just befuddled, bewildered, and disappointed. I'm not sure what the correct answer would be, because eventually, even if I'd said, oh yes, in fact, I am Cinderella, and I am just, one day my prince will come. That's Snow White. I'm not a Disney princess person. I'm a Don Bluth person. And this went through my head. My head ran through like 50 different characters as he asked that. I realized these are all Don Bluth. They do not pertain to the question. Do not give your response. And I went, Disney. Scar. My favorite movie is The Lion King, one of my 3 favorite movies. And that's my answer. I stand by my answer. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get this obsession with Disney and why this needs to be. Yo, if he'd asked my favorite Marvel character, I probably would have still pissed him off because I would have said the Winter Soldier. So there's no way to win. I don't know if this is supposed to be a fun question that doesn't matter. Like, I get like the fun aspect of like, what Disney character would you be? Cool. Then the answer shouldn't horrify you if I say Flotsam and Jetsam. If it's supposed to be fun, then let it be fun. But if that's like the basis to where you're hinging on your hireability for somebody that you've asked to come interview, yo, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I'm let down and appalled. And that's all I got. Because frankly, I am just bewildered. And I'm going to see myself out. Goodbye.